Welcome back. When police have to deal with difficult suspects, the struggle is too often they turn violent and even deadly. But now, cops, they've got potentially a new tool to use. It's called the Bola wrap, and it helps them restrain people. Well, our Dominic Carter, he has more on this interesting development in technology.
Oh my God.
I imagine holding that up for minutes and minutes at a time.
Crisis intervention is a major part of the job. Here in Yonkers and nationwide, law enforcement agencies are looking at using a new, non-lethal gun device designed to safely detain someone.
1, 2.
The Bola wrap is a small handheld device that projects a 8-foot Kevlar string that would wrap around the person's maybe legs or waist. It's designed to be utilized below the chest level, and it would temporarily stun and immobilize the person, which would give us an opportunity to maybe overwhelm him and take him or her into custody without any real injury.
The Bola wrap was on display at a recent police gathering here in Westchester County. First, there's the loud gun sound to throw the person off guard. And it all happened so fast that the human eye is unable to see the barbed cord. The same material bulletproof vests are made out of, traveling through the air at 640 feet per second. Situations can quickly escalate when a person is undergoing mental crisis. And police say sometimes the tasers prove ineffective. Just last year, there was the case of 32-year-old Dwayne June in his own Brooklyn apartment. Police said tasing him didn't work. A police officer fatally shot June after authorities say June came at them with a 14-inch knife. There was the fatal police shooting in the Bronx of Deborah Danner, a 66-year-old Bronx woman with a history of mental illness. The company that makes the device, Wrap Technologies, says it's neither painful or dangerous. Police Commissioner Charles Gardner has worked with the Yonkers PD for the past 40 years. Commissioner, can the Bola wrap save lives?
I believe in certain cases it can be effective in taking someone into custody, depending on the situation. And obviously, it could avert some type of violent interaction. I think it would provide us another opportunity to reduce injuries to both our police officers and the individual that we may be encountering in a particular event.
For accuracy, when the device is fired, the officer is aided by a green laser pinpoint light.
This is our hazardous material response and monitoring vehicle. It also has our airbag, like you see in the movies, for people who may want to harm themselves and jump off a building.
Welcome to the Emergency Services Unit at the Yonkers Police Department. We met with Captain Patrick Rooney and Lieutenant Luis Cepeda. Captain Rooney, you're on the front line. Your unit is on the front line and has to be ready to go in any given moment. Do you feel, in your professional opinion, that the Bola wrap could make a difference?
I would say absolutely. Any tool that we can get that lets us help people who are in distress, people who might be emotionally disturbed or have a developmental delay or be under the influence of some sort of substance where they're not in control of their actions or can't control their emotions. Anytime we can be able to restrain them with limited chance for injury to themselves or the responding officers is always a benefit.
The device, law enforcement officials say, is inexpensive, costing $800, and each Bola, $30. It takes 3 to 8 seconds to reload. In Brooklyn, Borough President Eric Adams, a former police officer himself, approves of the Bola wrap and wants the NYPD to use it citywide. Commissioner Gardner says in dealing with an emotionally disturbed person, for law enforcement, it's always about buying time and trying to de-escalate the situation.
What we generally try to do, if we have the opportunity, is to bring a negotiator out to try to slow things down and wait the person out. You know, we don't like to go to force right away. If we have an opportunity to step back, slow things down, that's what we prefer to do.
The NYPD says the department responded to nearly 150,000 calls for service involving a person in mental crisis last year. Borough President Adams says that means every 4 minutes in New York City, there is a call to the police for an emotionally disturbed person. In Yonkers, I'm Dominic Carter. Richard, let's go back to you in the studio.
And coming up next, we're going to head over to Broadway for John Simon's review of a new comedy called The Nap. Simon, he's famous for being, well, let's just say critical and extremely tough to please. He'll explain why he says The Nap is a snoozer.